And we are recording. All right, so starting off. Oh yeah, book on top of the head. Or air filter on top of the head. All right, core engages, feel that zip up. Long spine. Just take a few breaths here. Kind of get used to this object on top of your head. And then I want you to tuck under and release. Tuck under and release. We're doing the anterior, posterior. Can't believe Tracy still had her shoes on. All right, then we go side to side. So as you're going, opposite arm reaches out. Opposite arm reaches out. Boom. Last one, excuse my yawn. All right, rotation of the hips. You can even think about shoulders go a little bit opposite, but the movement comes from the hips. You're getting obliques and glutes engaged. Whoa, there we go. All right, and then we're gonna hip hike. So bend a knee, straighten a knee. Bend a knee, straighten. Check in, how's the neck? All right, when you're balanced, rib cage, turn, and arm goes behind. Again, getting into the neck a little bit. Turn, keep the hips still. Hello, Pinto. Keep the hips still. Again, if anything, the hips can go a little bit opposite. Last one. All right, adjust. And then you're doing your lateral flexion down. Whoa. So Tracy, you're just doing this, move the spine. Move the spine. Let the shoulders go sideways. If you can do it without the book, that's fine. If you can do it and keep your head still, even better. There we go. All right, last one. Oh, okay. One more with the book on top. So this is a sit back, reach your arms forward, and then come back up. And then let's get rid of that silly thing and do arms. We did forget one rib cage. I'll go back and catch it. All right, out to the side. Come on, Pinto. Demonstrate. And then internal and external rotation. Ooh. Again, think about where the elbows go pointing. All right, rib cage. Flex and extend. Flex and extend. All right. Adjust my camera just a little bit. Alrighty, grab that foam roller or your substitute. Starting off with regular squats. So push down on that foam roller on that stick, sit your hips back, drop the head in between the arms to the extent that you're comfortable and can, and then drive it back up. Remember, this is about bending the knees and then the hips follow. So you're sitting back in that chair. Sit back. All right, adding rotation. So I'll let you decide, where does your head want to go? Does it want to go back? Does it want to stay forward? Alternate sides. Push down in that foam roller. Again, that gives you that stability to give you a greater range of motion. Bend the knees. Bend the knees. And again, rotating the head back, it gives you a little bit more into the twist, but it won't open the neck as much. So there's both value in both. All right, last one here. Holding on. So go ahead and take the arms overhead. So the goal here is to keep the arms by the ears. So if you need to bring the arms forward for comfort, you're welcome to. So today I'm going to keep my arms here, and then I want you to squat down. So again, bend the knees. So the goal here is to try to keep the arms in the same position relative to the torso and get as far down as you just did in the squat. So really thinking about technique, you're having to open up and use the lats, stabilize, and again, try to keep that torso relatively up. Nice, Sarah Jane. Nice. All right. So now on the way down is the same. On the way up, push the right hand up, reach that left hand across. So I'm going to be here. And then back down. Whoops. And then the other way. Sorry, it should be up. And then reach across. Up. So kind of fix that top hand. It's going to get a little bit of rotation, but fix it pretty much over that shoulder and then add the reach. Down and reach. So get into that mid-back. Excuse me. One more set. And release. Shake it out. All right. Foam roller on the ground. All right, focusing on your calves. So I will turn sideways. Where am I in the camera? I'm having to learn all that over again. All right, so think about big toe into the ground, little toe into the ground. And then lift your heels and lower. So just a simple calf raise right now. Simple calf raise. Simple calf raise. All right, then pick your foam roller up and continue. So you should be able to go up and stay balanced. So can you challenge the height and keep that big toe pushing down? All right, up and hold. So I want you to pay attention. As you lift up, do you shift forward or do you just lift up? That was a fall forward for sure, Tracy. All right, so from here, go ahead and reach the arms overhead. All right, notice your feet. Keep your feet. You're slowly gonna lean sideways. Push into the big toes and then bring it back. Lean the other way. Whoa, push into the big toes. Bring it back. Shoulders stay relaxed, neck stays long. Think about the spine goes up and over. Okay, I'm not going to look at you guys, no offense. Now I can do it. Big toe. Focus on the feet first. Get that core to engage. You got to get the stability from here before you're actually able to do that lean. And you're really pushing those big toes down because that's where that stability comes from to be able to do this. Because you're throwing yourself off center. You may have noticed that. All right, shake it out. All right, single leg balance. I'm going to do it on the bare floor. All right. So all the weight goes in the fireplace foot. Think about core. Draw up and in. Ribs are down. Engage the foot. Lift the arch. Hold the kneecap to the hip. and fire that glute. Okay, from here, stay there. I've lost my train of thought. There we go. Okay. All right, foam roller back. So still working with our lateral flexion. So start with just the spine. So ear to shoulder, shoulder to rib, rib to hip, as far as you're comfortable, and then press back. So you're pushing gently into your stick or into your foam roller, and then go the other way. Do a couple more sets. Again, working those lateral stabilizers here. And back. And back. Ooh, we got one more set. All right, now from here, you're going to reach. Take your time, nice and slow. That's going to be what gives you success here. And then push out and reach. Making sure you're breathing, push out. We have 3 sets of these totals. This is like 1.5. Think about the hips, stay lifted. Core stays engaged. Last one here. And release, shake it out. Well, that was fun. Who came up with that? All right, other foot. Find your stability. Core is engaged. Feel the foot, feel the toes, feel the arch lifting. Kneecap to hip. Fire the glute, fire the core. So the other foot is up, you're in that single leg balance. I can see myself on this side, I'm totally different in my balance. I'm way more to the side. All right, core, zip, I got this. All right, so here we go. So starting with just the spine, ear to shoulder, shoulder to rib, rib to hip, only as far as you can control, back up. Ear to shoulder, shoulder to rib, rib to hip, that may be it on that side. Ugh. So yes, entirely possible to have right and left be completely different. Here we go, figuring it out. One more set. Sound effects totally help, by the way. I encourage you to make them on your own. All right, now you're adding push out. Get that foot set again. Lean. There we go. That leg's starting to figure it out. Push out. Reach up. Push out. Reach up. One more set. All right, good job, nice. All right, coming into single leg balance deadlift. So right toe is behind. So you get to choose, what do you want to use? Some hands on, do you want both hands on, do you want no hands on? It's entirely up to you, okay? So you get to decide here. So core is engaged. Think about the big toe down, the arch lifting, zip it, and then slowly begin to tip forward. So I want you to focus on keeping this left standing leg straight. So if you feel your knees starting to bend, that's your stopping point. And then whoa, slowly bring yourself back. So that foot never really touches unless you have to. Core engages, long spine, push the breastbone forward. Again, you're opening through this hip. So this glute has to engage. So if you repeat this a few times and just go to that point where you feel that knee start to bend, you should find that suddenly you can go farther. And pinto adjustment, belly up. So hard to do work when you're being cute. So I got 3 more. We got about 6 of these, taking your time. Again, a little bit more, a little bit less. It's all up to you. I think this is number 6. And release. All right, shake it out, check in, other foot. Get your stance first. Core, zips. Pick up that back foot, get that arch to engage, kneecap pulls up, glute fires. Acknowledging this side may be completely different. Really focus on, again, what point does that knee start to bend? Stop there today, and then pull. Back up. 6 total, so taking your time. I'd rather you do fewer than 6 and really, really focus. So as you're doing this, also notice your hips. If that one hip starts to open up too much, again, that's a stopping point. That's a release valve to try to get you out of what's tight, what's weak, what's keeping you from doing it. But we really want to focus on quality. I think that was 4. One more. And release. All right, shake it out. All right, now you need your chair. So you can put it whichever way is more comfortable for you. I have long enough arms, I can easily do this and not be affected. So if this seems like it's a little too much for your hamstrings and your back is already rounding, now I want you to take your foam roller and put your foam roller on top. Okay, so you're just leaning down. You have clearance at the abs. You can get your spine straight. All right, then walk your feet back just a little bit. All right, so now I want you to focus on abdominals. We're going to move a leg here in a minute, but you got to get the abdominal part first. So, okay, see what we can do. All right, so from here, it's core engages. You're going to use the abdominals to tuck the tailbone and round your low back just up to the base of the rib cage, and then you're going to straighten yourself back out. So you're doing a very, very small tuck of the tailbone, but you're really using that draw up and in of the abdominals to do the work. I'm going to pull myself closer and see if that helps. So from here, you are abdominals engaged. Pull up and in, round just the low back. Notice the rib cage, it stayed still. And release. So you're just releasing back to neutral. So tuck and roll and release. Tuck and roll. So you should feel like you're feeling the pubic bone draw up and shorten the distance toward the belly button and then release. So we're getting that draw up and in of the obliques. We're also getting that pull down of the obliques. All right, so now what you're going to do with this is you're going to draw up and in. Your weight comes off the left foot, and that left foot comes in a little bit and release down. So just that left foot. So I'm going to pull back so you can see the whole thing. All right, so here, so core, zip. You're going to start that round. Your leg comes forward because you're moving the spine versus moving the hip. Core engages, zip up and release. So this is a relatively small motion. It's all about the abs. Let's do one more and release. So notice as you're doing that, the hip angle stays constant, the pelvis is what moves. All right, other side. All right, so all the way to the left foot now, that right foot just comes up just a little bit, core is engaged, abdominals engaged, tuck the tailbone using the abdominals, that brings that right leg forward, and release. And release. Again, notice your hip angle, it should stay constant. It's that leg's coming forward because of the rounding of the back. We're not used to doing things like this subtlety. So think about that upper back is nice and soft, shoulder blades are backing in, hands are probably shoulder width, maybe even a little bit wider, long through the back of the neck. Let's do one more. And release. All right, check in, see how you feel. Different? Could you feel the draw up and in? Good, okay. Sarah Jane? Good. Yeah, different way of working the abs. That one does get more intense, but I didn't want to go there today, so. All right, next we come down to grab knee padding if you need. And grab your foam roller. All right, we're going to be in a front lunge. Left foot forward, right hand is back. Whoop. Yeah, that's right. Nope. Right hand is forward. There you go. So you got opposite arm, opposite leg. So as you exhale, I want you to drop the hips in. So we just use the abdominals. Now you get to stretch them out and then release. So no discomfort in the low back. So think about dropping the hips, letting that torso lean forward a little bit, push up. One more at this angle, pushing straight up. And now I want you to push the foam roller back about a 45-degree angle. Drop into the hips. Drop into the hips. Whoa. Sorry, Pinto. And now rotate behind. You should notice that as you do that rotation, your hips open a little bit more, you can get a little deeper. All right, foam roller goes down. Slowly press the hands in. Lunge down as deep as you're comfortable, and that back knee finally hits the ground. So lunging in. Inhale. Come back up. Exhale. Lunging in. Press down, come back up. Exhale. Lunge in. Come back up. We got one more like this. Stay in this time. All right, hands come down. Foam roller goes off to the side. So drop your hips. If you want, you can do both hands on the same side, your choice. Tuck your back toes under. And now on exhale, lift the knee, push that back heel back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift the knee. Inhale, bend. And again, if you need to be more up here, but that's too deep for you, you're welcome to. But again, you're still doing that back leg work of lift and lower. So you have to use the glutes and that quad, pull the kneecap to the hip. One more. And then release. Go ahead and sit back, come to kneeling, and child's pose. Release your low back. And then slowly bring yourself back to standing, grabbing your foam roller in or out. And now the right foot is forward. Okay, right foot forward, left hand forward. Okay, back heel can be lifted. As you exhale, slowly pushing up with the left hand as you drop into the lunge. Inhale, release. Exhale, drop in as you push up. Again, starting to open up the obliques, the hip flexors on this side. 45-degree angle. Exhale, push up. Exhale, push up. One more time. Exhale, push up. Now you're going to rotate back and behind you. And again, you may be able to get deeper into the lunge with that rotation. So exhale, push back. One more time. All right. Go ahead, foam roller down. You're going to drop down into that kneeling lunge. And then as you exhale, you're dropping into that lunge as far as you're comfortable. Inhale and press yourself back. Relax the neck and the shoulders. And press yourself back. Last one here. And then you're going down again. And this time hands to the ground, foam roller off to the side. And again, you can do both hands in. If you're more comfortable with your hands on your thigh and your torso up, again, you decide. All right, tuck the back toes under. Exhale, engage the glute, engage the quad, lift the knee. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift the knee. Inhale, lower down. Long spine. Take your time. Control that release. I say that because I let that last one go. Last one. And release. Come to kneeling. Come to child's pose. And then go ahead and tuck your toes under. Oh, walk yourself back into forward fold. So let your legs bend as much as they need to. Head hangs down. Relax the arms. If you want to, you can hold on to the elbows. And just take a few deep breaths and notice, where do you feel this? It might be in your legs, it might be at the sacrum, it might be mid-back. It could be anywhere. This is a whole body backside in particular stretch. And then slowly inhale, extend the spine, lift the chest, bring your spine to parallel. Pause, and then use your glutes to lift yourself all the way back up. Check in, shake it out. All right, going back to where we started, but without the book. I forgot where we were, so tuck the tailbone under, and then extend the spine. Tuck and extend. Last one. All right, so lateral, so shifting to the side, back in, side. If you want to add the arm, you're welcome to. We did that this morning or earlier in the warm up. That feels better. All right, hip hike. So bend the knee, straighten the knee. Bend the knee, straighten. All right, rotation. Again, if anything, the shoulder's going to go opposite. And then rib cage rotation. Rib cage lateral flexion. Again, your pivot points here. And then thoracic flexion and extension. Flexion and extension. All right, shoulders. That feels better. Out to the side. And then rotate.